Nia did all the things she did. She got caught. She has been in interrogation. And the only thing Nia has said in interrogation is that I cared for this Mr. I can't remember his
Mountain
surname.
Stream.
Mountain Stream.
Mm-hmm.
I tended to him, and you will want to rest for the rest of the information that will be heading your way.
Okay. So this is, I think what matters really is because this discovery could actually be scientifically very interesting. You do have one person on your side here in the ship. Remember Dr. Keller.
Yeah, I was
Right. So
yeah.
the question, I think, is whether Nia can avoid she can get out of the whole poisoning situation and into a better situation as Dr. Keller's assistant, and maybe have a completely different situation. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Basically, you have two ways to go: up or down.
Yeah, and I'm trying to not go to the waste.
I'm thinking that recycling is probably on the menu here as a possibility.
Yeah, that's why I'm very quiet right now.
Right.
And mentioning the rescue and
Yes.
the information that they will want to.
Exactly. That's a good point. You have a lot on your side in this, and the question is, that's an interesting point. Remember, we are not really dealing with a justice system. These guys are effectively paid vigilantes. They are paid to take care of problems. And if you can basically say, look, I'm not really a problem. There was some really nasty things going on. And in the main,
I take care of your problem.
Right, yeah, exactly. And then, and who knows? I mean, maybe there are other people, who can point out that, well, anyway, we can see. They can ask Captain Mountain Stream.
Yeah.
Right? They can ask the captain, as they call him. It doesn't mean the captain of the whole ship, but it's like captain rank. They can ask him, of course, what happened and get a statement from him. And he only has good things to say about you, so that's good, right? So at the moment, we have you sitting in this same little quarters room. We have these guys who they are wearing red t-shirts when they're on the job. And there's a group of them, and one of them, but it's kind of funny. They don't stand around in a military way and threaten you or anything. They're just sitting around the room with you.
Yeah, I had some deals with them before. So.
Right, so yeah. And so I don't think you've ever done anything quite this bad before. But on the other hand, really, I mean, and one of them is even saying, come on, that Keith guy, he's all right. Dr. Keller says get her out. The Mountain Stream guy says she's okay, and fuck that Gregory guy anyway. He's useless. So, what difference does it make? So it's not exactly like justice is on their mind. The question is, is life easier if they recycle you, or is life easier if they don't?
Yeah. And for later, we will have the recordings that I took from that room in question.
That's true too. So okay, yes, Nia, I believe that your sneakiness is paying off. It's a different kind of sneakiness. And in this case, Keith probably is going to count. But the fact remains, though, I mean, you could get recycled. Let's hope you have some friends.
Does the head of the lab count as well, since he will be involved in contacting the ship? And,
well, yes, but he is not a connection for you.
We have too big of an audience pool. I want to give some fan mail to Sandra.
Okay, Sandra
Thank
gets one.
So
I
for
really,
me
really
too.
don't want her in that recycling room.
Right. Ola, same thing. Ola, did
I
you
will
do
give
it as well? Okay, so that's
I will give
okay. Sandra, you just
Yes.
went from 0 to 3 fan mail. So, yeah.
thank you,
Yes.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
I want to see how she will turn
Oh,
them.
don't
and
you guys want some drama? We will have more drama if one of you dies, right? Death
I-
is drama.
Drama.
Yeah. I mean, Game of Thrones is like 15 corpses ahead of us by now, you know? We have to catch up.
Damn.
I'm trying to
That's
do
probably
here.
some more, but anyway, I don't think Sam wants to see her remains.
That's right. Ew. Okay. Well, you know, they press things in those boxes. You don't look too close.
Yeah,
All right.
come on.
Let's go ahead and oh yes, everybody's contract has a little paragraph about what happens to them if they die. And I think that a lot of people
Useful waste.
Yes, I was going to say a lot of people end up in those in the fuel cycle. Okay, so let's take a look at. We have those cards there for Sandra. We have my cards here, which is 1. And this is not your spotlight episode, so I am only going to do 3. And I already spent 5 on Sandra before, so I've been picking on her, but I'm going to keep it down to 3, just spend 3 instead of 5. So 3 more have gone into the audience pool. So I have 4 cards here against your 4 cards.
I will use everything I've got.
Oh, throwing it out there. Sure.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 3 more cards for you with fan mail on them. And then does anyone else wants to spend fan mail of their own on this, or how do you want to do it? Are we
I
ready?
don't have any fan mail.
No, Ola is empty.
I will
I'm
say
broke.
Okay, so in that case, let's look at my cards. Oh, Sandra.
The troublemaker.
I have only 1 red card. So it is very likely that Nia, is going to escape justice yet again. So over here, you have 2 red cards. So you have already succeeded, and there is an ace in here. So remember that. And then for the fan mail, 1 more red card and another ace. And that means that this one goes back to the budget and these 2 leave the game. So that means we have you telling us all about what happens and how this changes your status.
Okay, so where do I begin? Dr. Well, as you said, everyone has been telling you no, but she's been of great help. And after I mention Mark's father, they go to speak with him, and he tells, well, yes, I do remember such a girl, and I've been speaking to my son, who seems to know her as well, and I've been gaining the impression that she wants good, and she was, she wasn't concurring with these people. She was actually arguing against them, and.
Yeah, I was going to say he knows nothing of part A of the story, and that's good. So, okay.
Yeah, and they, Keith will have had everything in order by now. There's been, in a couple of days, maybe a week, and Keith has everything in order. He's spoken to this guy at the lab at the university, who has contacted the ship and said that, I've spoken with one of the crew members of the ship, and I have had some files sent to me and a recording of a meeting that was going on. And this is the university that the ship, I don't know, that they only take recruits from.
Right, exactly. There's universities
so,
always have complicated relationships with businesses and militaries and things like that. So
exactly.
Like
so they will have really high regard in his opinion. So he will have sent those files, what have been, the voice and everything to them, and so that they will see that everything could have gone a lot smoother, but Nia was actually trying to do what was best in the long term. She was trying.
It's an easier story to tell it that way than any other way.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
As I pointed out when you dropped the connection for a moment, Helma, the people who have custody over her, their real concern is what is easiest. Is it easiest to recycle her or easiest not to? And so with all these kinds of influences, it's not like they are deciding on the justice of the situation. They are saying, well, if that's the story everybody is telling, that smooths, okay, good enough. No, not our
just
problem
wondering.
Right.
Just wondering if they are right.
Mm-hmm. Well.
Yeah, so they will let Nia go with say, well, we appreciate what you have done, but please try to keep it down.
Right. No more. Right. No more little rogue operations with your chemistry set. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's see. I think. But one of them does want to know if there are any. He's going to be having a party soon, and if there's anything that you know about, or if you know anybody who could maybe get some kind of party supplies.
I've got you.
Right.
No worries, I've got you.
Keep out of trouble was the word.
Okay.
Well, those are other kinds of problems.
Right.
So.
All right. Let us continue. I am feeling very unsam. Can somebody help us with samming the situation?
As I left my workplace in the middle of my shift, I can as well go and try find Kara.
Okay.
Get this thing out of the world, because I want to know if there's any chance left.
Okay.
A quick thing with Sam that they might want, since she's handling the food, that they maybe want to ask her if she knows anything about the poisoning.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if they do, she's not there, and at that point,
she's not there.
Even better. I'm going to say when Sam leaves, and when we're going to follow Sam, but in the kitchen, this guy in a red T-shirt shows up and says, "I need to talk to this Sam," and they said, "Oh, she just left," and he's like, "Oh, well, just screw it. Okay, whatever," and that's the end of that investigation. So. So then I love playing this ship. It's horrible.
It's a really nice workplace.
Yeah. And
the idea that you get a better wage on a ship so you get your dreams fulfilled so faster.
Right.
It doesn't really work out.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of feeling that my pursuit of purpose and meaning, I will not find that on this ship at all.
I was reminded of the writings of our geographic neighbor, Soren Kierkegaard. When he had his character demands to speak he was not put on this world by his choice. No. And he would like to speak to the manager. Is there no manager? Can I speak to the manager for his existence? And I believe that Gerard gave us a nice delivery of Kierkegaardian early existential crisis. So,
I'm kind of now like since we are table talking and meta talking here. I think both I've kind of left my job also. I mean,